19th century philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer said, "The two enemies of human happiness are pain and boredom." Schopenhauer was often considered a pessimist, but he advocated ways like music, literature, the visual arts to overcome what he considered a painful human condition and a life that was often filled with frustration. You know, when you feel bored, you're robbed of hope and excitement. Boredom forces your mind to slip into a state of complacency too. And in a way, that's a kind of weakness. So letting boredom interfere with your happiness is a choice. You have an option, so don't let it happen. So today I'm going to talk about 6 ways to fill your life with fun, exciting things to try. And this is part 6 in my new series of how to switch things up. Part 1, we talked about the benefits to trying new things. Part 2, how to break and build habits. Part 3 was how to think small so you could go big with your goals. Part 4, we shared 5 tips for how to get out of a rut and start fresh. And in part 5, I shared tips for staying positive when things are tough. And if this is your first time listening to Coffee with Colleen, welcome. My name is Colleen Hammond. I'm a personal brand strategist. Basically, I coach clients and lead workshops on how to develop an impactful personal brand strengthened by your wardrobe, your on-camera presence, and body language. And part of what I do is help my clients build self-confidence. And one way to do that is to overcome boredom, be happy, and learn to add new things into their life. So the first way to add new things into your life and stir things up is to choose to make a change. Boredom, as many of us learned last year in 2020 during the pandemic, boredom often comes from a lack of activity or interest. So choose to make a change in your life. Start with a change of mindset would be where I would suggest, and whether that means adopting a more optimistic outlook on life or just being more adventurous. I did an interview a while ago with transformational coach Dagmar Bryant, and we talked about mindset. It's episode 20, How to Get What You Want, and I'll put a link to that in the show notes. Now, the second way to add new things into your life to stir things up is to not limit yourself. If you really want to stir things up, you need to stop putting limitations on yourself. You're capable of doing whatever it is you want to do. It may take some hard work, but you can get there. You know, I don't think that God allows us to have a dream or an idea if He doesn't want us to go for it and give us the capability of attaining it. And I'm talking to myself here too. So it may be helpful to listen to episode 28, where we spoke about how to develop the virtues of tenacity and perseverance. Again, that link will be in the show notes. The third way to add new things to your life and stir things up is to learn intuition. We all have it, but you got that gut feeling. You know, sometimes there's a voice in your head saying, do it. And another voice saying, wait, don't do it. Pause. Sometimes it's good to pause, right? It's that logical side of your brain. But other times you need to go with your gut feeling, especially when you're trying to branch out and try new things. You know, studies have shown it's easier to listen to your gut intuition when you have less digital distractions in your life. So try to do more of a digital detox. And you know what? Also meditation. Now remember, prayer is speaking, meditation is listening and being quiet. Meditation will help you get more in touch with your intuition. The fourth way to add new things to your life and stir things up is to take baby steps. We talked about baby steps and goal setting, right? The episode 32, how to think small so you can go big. But have you ever thought about taking baby steps toward our goals and dreams? Or because a lot of times we do those giant leaps, but you have to start small. So maybe try a new ice cream flavor, right? Or shop at a different store for once. If you always go grocery shopping one place, try someplace else. And I know we're addicted to Target, right? But try someplace else. Maybe find a small family-owned produce market that's near you, or maybe you have a local butcher. I remember growing up, we went shopping, we would go to the produce market, and then we went to the butcher. And we had milk delivered. Am I telling you how old I am? We had milk delivered to the home, and there was a milk chute at the back door. So we would go to all these different places. Now we have the big, super Walmart or super Target where everything is there under one roof and you can't get out for less than $100, even if you just go for a bottle of aspirin. So maybe find someplace new to shop. You'll be amazing how uncomfortable that is because it's a little bit outside the norm. But you know what? That's going to stir your life up just a little bit. So again, that related to what we talked about on how to think small before going big, and the link is in the show notes. The fifth way to add new things to your life to stir things up is to make a list. It's kind of like a to-do list, but it's a things to do. It's a do list. So you're going to draft like a catalog of the things you want to do for yourself for fun. So trying new things, or maybe some old things you haven't done in a while, or both. The point is to hold yourself accountable to branch out of your comfort zone. Like one time, I really wanted to learn how to go scuba diving. So I found a place near us that gave lessons, and the whole family went and got a scuba diving lesson. Have I gone scuba diving since? No. But if I go, I'll know exactly what to do. Or maybe there's things you want to do this summer. So one of the things we do for summers is make a list of places we want to go, things we want to do. Maybe it's kayaking or canoeing, or maybe we've always talked about going to the water park. Why don't we go? Make a list of the things that you want to do, and then every week pick one item from that list and make an effort to do that one thing. You get the idea. So 2 episodes that may help with that are Bad Habits to Break so you can be more productive, which was episode 15, and episode, I think it was either 16 or 17, 7 successful habits for your morning routine, especially if you work from home. So again, those links are in the show note. And finally, the 6th way to add new things into your life to stir things up is to act quickly. We've all committed that foul of making plans so far in advance. When the time comes, you're kind of stale on the idea. So practice being more spontaneous. If you make your plans with more immediacy, you'll find that you hold yourself to them a little bit more because you're still excited about them and you're less likely to back out. It's kind of what I was talking about previously about making a list and then once a week deciding which one thing that you're going to do. So I know as you're listening to your tips, you see there's no tricks, right? You're not playing games with your mind. What you're doing is learning, again, that gut instinct and paying attention, being more mindful so you can accomplish things and try exciting new things throughout your life. So I want to know which one of these 6 tips you're going to focus on this week. Send me a DM on one of my social medias or email me at Colleen@ColleenHammond.com. All the links are in the show notes. And members of the Cappuccino group are going to have even more bonuses inside your Cappuccino membership area. So make sure you check that out. Next time on the next episode, we're going to talk about how to shift your mindset. I'll see you then.